We are looking at the best Cyber Monday and Cyber Week deals under $50 for content creators and for the creative person maybe in your life. I've got 12 deals right at the top here. And this is the MOUNTDOG lighting kit. We love this light. We've talked about it a lot at Think Media, coming in at 33% off. With the remote, you can change the color, temperature, softbox light, so it's very flattering. We recently posted a brand new video about why this is our favorite light and how to set it up and use it. So if you want to check this out, everything will be in the description down below. Out of the 12 deals, number 2 is this Ulanzi mirror for either your camera or your smartphone, so that you can shoot with the front-facing camera and you can get a great shot with it. So tip, if you're going to be creating content, is you want to use the this camera, right? The camera that's not the selfie camera, because it's a lot better no matter what phone you have. Problem is, the reason you have a selfie camera, right, is so that you can actually see yourself. So what this Ulanzi mirror makes it possible to do is not just give you the smartphone mount aspect of filming with your phone, but then it allows you to actually get your shot composition right so that you can hit record and film yourself. So you can also take the mirror off and put that onto the top of a hot shoe or whatever it is you want to do. Cold shoe, hot shoe on top of your DSLR mirrorless camera, and start if it doesn't have a selfie screen, right? So super cool, 20% off. And you can check that out. We've also covered that. And I'll link up some of the top videos here on Think Media on some of these things. And it's a great example here from Omar back with the iPhone 11. The front camera is kind of, not as clear, not as sharp. And then the rear camera is much better. And so in any case, that is a super great pickup for content creators. Even just knowing about these next 10 deals is just some cool stuff that'll make your life easier, save you time. We've been talking about this for years. 40% off for this HDMI video capture card. Super simple. Plug this into your USB port. And if you want to film with like this is a Sony camera. Now there's some other ways to do it. So you can subscribe to this channel. We talk about live streaming tutorials. Canon cameras have their own software. Sony does as well. But if you want to make things simple and easy, and this thing works, it seems like shockingly cheap. $12 for like technology, or like, how could that be solid? I don't know if I trust that. It works. And so it's also 4K. And so you can take a camera that you have that has, USB, which you get the right cable from the output of your camera into the capture card, plug that into your computer. And now your Zoom calls, that's the glow up for your Zoom calls. You're like, hey, what's up, guys? They're like, what happened to you? You're like, I leveled it up. And maybe you have a camera sitting around that you wanted to start live streaming with or something like that. So that's always a top favorite under $50. Now, this is the #1 webcam on Amazon. It is just a webcam that's 1080p. And it is the new technology, though, from Logitech. So you got the auto light balance. You've got a privacy shutter. You've got, integrate with Zoom and all of that. Not much to say here, but 38% off if you're looking to grab a webcam, start streaming, creating content. One of my favorite things is this SmallRig camera desk mount table stand. I have these all over this particular desk. So where I'm sitting, so this light, I don't have it on that light. That's an Elgato key light. But what can I actually show you more things? So see this camera right here that's got a mount on it. What's cool about a desk table mount like this, you've got the ball head on top. So you could put whatever you want up there, right? And so you can mount lights on there, cameras on there, a smartphone mount on there, and then just connect it to the back of your desk. Just a smart tool to have depending on the home office or battle station you might be building out or whatever it is. So 20% off, big favorite. By the way, this video is not sponsored, and especially this first top 12 deals is just stuff that we have purchased and invested in. We get to work with a lot of brands here at Think Media, and they do send us free stuff, but we have bought all of this with our own money because it's stuff we love. quick release plates will save your content creator life and time. So a quick release plate, depending on your workflow, I'll talk about this like mini tripod a little bit later, and maybe you want to, mount your phone on here or your camera on top of here. But then you also have a gimbal, or then you also have like this particular tripod right here is, when you take like your DJI Pro, which is sitting around here. Okay. Yeah, I literally was doing this yesterday. So I'm filming at the park and I'm going like this, right? Screw, right? You're putting the thing on, which is fine. And then you're taking it off. Okay. Taking it off. You get the idea. So if you put a quick release plate on whatever camera, quarter 20 thing you'd have, and you want to move it from a tripod to just pop it off and film with it, to, in some cases for filmmakers, right? Maybe you have a gimbal, maybe you have a slider. The use case, if you have paint, here's one of the biggest use cases, like this camera. So maybe you get that nice camera, you get that Sony ZV-E10, you get that mount so you can mount it to your desk so you can live stream on it, just like I am right now. And then you're like, oh, but I want to go film a proper YouTube video in the other room, in the kitchen. And so you're getting like, your fingers are getting all kinked up. You're trying to reach behind your monitor. You're trying to screw the camera off if we actually look, this is a great example. If you had to screw your camera onto this ball head here, right? Camera, you're developing like repetitive strain injury. So this stuff just helps you go further faster if you start experiencing pain points in your life and in your content creation workflow. 20% off on this quick release plate. Definitely worth checking out from Ulanzi. Now, this 20% off light stand, you might be like, come on, relax. It's just a light stand. Well, I'm in love with a light stand. It's just a better build quality, a little bit more expensive than like the NEEWER ones. But what's cool about it is you can have like the really make the legs like flat on the ground. This isn't really the shot composition to show you, but you just have the ability to, really spread it. And if you get too much weight on the top of a light stand without a sandbag or something like that, which you could easily put on here, you get into issues. So I've actually been using this more kind of like a tripod for my DJI Pocket 3. As I was just describing, I actually need to get some new quick release plates because I developed carpal tunnel just because I didn't have the wrist plates. So anyways, that probably is all you need to know. 20% off for just cooler, more intuitive. I guess it was in the picture all along. So see how this, that's like a flash for photography. You of course could use it as a tripod for especially smartphone or lighter cameras, but it really is positioned as a light stand. Now, next up is this NEEWER tabletop tripod, 20% off, comes in at $42. Cyber Monday deals coming in hot and probably still going for Cyber Week. Just a little bit heavier. So sometimes you get your smartphone mount, something that'll hold up your smartphone. This is a robust tabletop tripod that could handle a heavier camera. The ball head is built in, right? Of course, up top. Nice build. I mean, it's $42. There's a lot cheaper things, but you get what you pay for. This is a nice build quality. And so this guy is for, whatever you want to use it for. But I like having, in fact, right over here. What kind of angles can we get on this? Right over by this window with my broken blinds, that is very professional here, is I will open these blinds, point my face towards the window, let that window light come in. If you've seen some of the new videos here on Think Media, this is kind of my filming location. It's kind of a cool vibe when I'm filming with my Sony camera. I will also film smartphone videos, vertical videos that may be going on the social media platforms. So punchline is you could just, have something you can move around your desk, and different things you can do with it. So again, we're going through 12 deals that are like legit my favorite stuff that I've purchased. I have not purchased this. However, We need to talk about microphones. One, the fact this is 34% off, FIFINE, they are killing it truly with the budget microphone game. Two, you get the mic arm and the microphone. You got the RGB effects on there, which is cool. You don't have to get rainbow color if you don't want, but it's a vibe. And so worth checking out. But here's what I need you to know as you're thinking about maybe getting a microphone for your setup is there's condenser microphones and dynamic microphones. Now, if any audio nerds want to debate me, I pretty much am going to pick a dynamic microphone 10 out of 10 times for 99% of creators. Maybe also because I'm a parent and I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. And so it's noisy, it's loud, it's crazy. Plus you got your garbage truck coming by. So the thing with condensers, people say, well, like they sound better on your voice. Everyone loves the Blue Yeti microphone. I don't want to trigger you, but everyone's like, oh, the Blue Yeti microphone. It's a condenser microphone. And the problem is if you've got maybe carpet in your room or good sound dynamics in your room, some maybe sound dampening or lower ceilings, it might sound all right. But the cool thing about dynamic microphones is like the further you get away from them, they cancel out background noise. And so I don't really know many content creators that are, making content from home that don't need to cancel out background noise. So there's some cheaper FIFINE ones that are condenser. This is a dynamic microphone, full setup with the mic, USB, plug it in, plus the boom arm. And if you're just shopping for microphones in general, do a little studying between condenser and dynamic if you want to start live streaming and doing some stuff kind of like this. Next up is just a really robust smartphone holder, especially if you've got a larger Android or iPhone. You get into that Pro Max world. I just love it. I mean, there's so many cheaper smartphone holders, but they're not aluminum craft, like the craftsmanship of this Ulanzi smart. I bought it a couple times and 20% off. It's great. I truly do love it. You don't need it to be beautiful and nice to the touch. This is not that, but it's the same craftsmanship. Ulanzi's really killing it. Just like, you just want to have an experience with your smartphone holder. The brushed metal. I want to start an ASMR channel as we touch the metal. Okay, let's keep it going here. So we got this NEEWER tripod. I want to say it's 77 inches. I don't have my notes, and I'm going to go deeper here as we go deeper in the video with some of the other deals, but these are my top 12 favorites. $48 snuck right in our $50 budget that we have titled this video as. 30% off. Turns into a monopod as well, which is a very cool feature. You could detach the monopod. You've got the tripod. And look, for example, they throw a smartphone holder in there. See that guy, though? That little plastic guy? Like, I mean, cool. But imagine having brushed metal. Imagine just the experience you might have with a next level. So NEEWER tripod, it is what it is. We've purchased this a couple times, and it's pretty great. So if you like videos like this, it helps the algorithm if you hit the like button. And I would love to know what you're shopping for this season. By the way, we're actually giving away a complete YouTube studio. If you go to thinktechweek.com, we're doing multiple live streams, multiple videos. We also have a full FAQ. You might have some questions today. If I have time to get to those, I'll do my best. But on the page, whether it's, I've got a $1,000 budget, what camera should I get? I want to get the best vlogging camera. We've organized our videos. There's a whole FAQ there. We're giving away a Sony ZV-E10, a complete YouTube studio. thinktechweek.com. There's a link in the description down below. And we're giving away, the studio includes the camera, microphone, tripod, light, SD card. And so we're super pumped for this season. And if you're new here, welcome to Think Media. My name is Sean Cannell, your guide to building a profitable YouTube channel. And if you've been here for a while, massive love. Want to send you love and joy and respect and appreciation this holiday season. If you've been on the journey, super grateful that you are here. Now, a couple things to know about just Cyber Monday deals. They're starting right now. Cyber Monday comes up soon, and then we got Cyber Week. You do need Amazon Prime, and anyone can join Prime for $15 a month or $139 a year. If you're a young adult or you are in higher education, you can get a 6-month trial for free of Amazon Prime. So if you want to jump on these deals, that's a good deal, 6 months free. And then you could get $7.50 a month or $69 a year. And if you qualify for government assistance, you can get Prime access for $7 a month. I don't know about you, but like, in fact, even yesterday, as I was streaming, I woke my son up and he started trying to escape. You know, I let him out, but ultimately, I got a sound machine. I was like, you know, talking to Dre on our team, another mom. She's like, you need a sound machine. And he doesn't like them, but it's right outside the door. It's working right now. I got the thing cranked up. It's a Hatch sound machine. Well, it was delivered same day, and I ordered it at like 1 p.m. Now, I know it depends on where you live, but I think y'all get it. It's just crazy how quickly Amazon can get you stuff. So that's Prime shipping, plus all the music and TV and the different things that's included. But to get a lot of these deals, all of them, they are Prime deals for Cyber Monday. And then also there's an extended return window for the holidays, right? So what's kind of cool is anything you check out, I've listed every single piece of gear in the description. This video is not sponsored, but I earn commissions most likely from any link you click as an affiliate. And so you can return things all the way through January 15th or 31st, 2025. So what's cool is, you know, whether it's a gift or whether you just want to check it out, you've got an extra long return window. And then we're also doing a sale as well. If you haven't seen it, thinkmediasale.com. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later because we got deals to get into here. In fact, these are my favorites. Let's check this out. I mean, I did my top 12 favorites, but let's get into these. So we've got the Aureday 14 selfie ring light, 62-inch tripod. Now, $30. So what are we thinking about here? Well, I just think about when you want to yourself or somebody else get the most bang for your buck for $30, accessorize your smartphone, get your lighting going, get your tripod going, film horizontal or vertical, whether you want to shoot a proper YouTube video or go vertical and do YouTube shorts, or, you know, if you're trying to get that TikTok dance going, you know what I mean? If you're just trying to get that, and if there's somebody in your life that like is wanting to jump into the content creation game. Now, as you zoom in, Amazon will tell you lowest price in 30 days. So this is 50% off. And I think it's worth checking out. So just something that, again, as a good height as well. When you study out the competitors of these different models, how tall does it get is a question. How large is the selfie light or the ring light rather? You know, does it come with the smartphone holder? You just have a lot packed in there for $29.99, worth checking out. Now, for you cooking creators, I know you want to film your pencil holder on your desk. You want to film those top-down shots of your books or whatever. But more importantly, right, you want to get those cooking shots. So this is for a smartphone, UBeesize. The ring light's on there with kind of the bendy arm, so you can get your light right, top-down shots, mount it to a desk. And I mean, 15,196 positive reviews, 15% off. Just might be a specialist desire that you have. You're like, I've been wanting to get those top-down shots, even for creating social media content. And then I suppose you could, you know, also turn the ring light towards your face to start taking your LinkedIn profile picture like this lady was doing, which is a powerful thing. That is an opportunity. Now, if you haven't heard about these Amazon bestseller pages, it's kind of cool because you can see really where, I mean, people vote with their money a lot of times, right? So it's like what they're really investing in. And there's a lot of I covered two of my favorites, but there's a lot of different solutions, whether you want a clip-on selfie ring light or a clip-on light for your laptop, overhead cameras, etc. But just what's cool is that Amazon will take certain categories and narrow them down into the best sellers. So I linked to this page if you're looking for anything in regards to lighting. Like, for example, you know, there's a different kind of soft light here, 69-inch tripod stand with the cell phone holder. And then you can check out to see things if they got deals on them and whatnot. So it also is how tall are you is a question to know. And if you're international, I want to send you love and respect. Are we measuring by centimeters? I'm thinking inches. I don't even know how many inches I am though. I'm 6 foot 1 inch tall, since you were curious. All right, next up is pretty simple, but a much smaller mini selfie stick / mini tripod. Not large at all, only $15, 21% off Cyber Monday deal. It's great. Omar's covered this a lot. I have this one. It's you want it, you need it. By the way, especially if you have a ZV-1 Mark 1, Sony ZV-1, the Mark II got the wide angle lens. The first one, you're trying to vlog with it, that's too much up into the, you know what I mean? Like you can't, I don't want to, you don't need this situation. You're like, hey guys, welcome to my vlog. Is this too close of a shot? So you want to get that selfie stick to kind of get a little bit further away. You know what I mean? So if you happen to have that camera, something to think about. And yeah, it's pretty chill. Also throw a little cell phone mount on top of here. And it is a very small tabletop tripod, which, as we talked about earlier, sometimes how high you want to get the phone or camera up off the table to try to get that eye level kind of shot, whatever shot composition you want to build out, is measure what matters. Do you have a tape measure? Look at the measurements of the tripod, the selfie stick, whatever it is, and think about what's your ideal measurement before you just go buying that Cyber Monday deal. Because you might want to have an 81-inch portable adjustable light stand on the opposite side of this spectrum. If you need a selfie stick that can go 81 inches, so it's the wrong angle. So it's not, you're like, all right, guys. Hey, what's up, guys? I see you 81 inches away from me. This is too funny. I'm just, you might not have thought that was funny, but I laugh at my own dad jokes. So 81 inches. So again, you can mount if you're set 8 feet tall. This is the perfect phone mount for shooting outdoors if you're on level surfaces. Anyways, but cool to check out. You've got your just an extra large selfie stick / phone or camera or light mount. It's get a little tipsy though if you get too high up there. We talked about this. This is that Ulanzi premium level. Oh, and this is a good example. I'm glad we brought this up again. Sometimes just like the general throw distance, once you start getting into the bigger phone, like you use a little plastic phone holder, right? And like you're trying, like this is a good example. This is a different Ulanzi phone holder. So sometimes you can't get the camera to focus, so you might switch to another angle. And sometimes you loosen things up, and then you're getting into this situation. So what you got to do, right, is you just got to get your phone like way up here, which is no big deal. I mean, like I dramatize it. How awful was that? But even where this is at in terms of how it's mounted, this is going to be fine. This is a nice smaller one, but just my personal passion for phone holders is that when you see it kind of gets a little bit closer to the center, you have more robust. It can handle more things because it's a little bit bigger, all aluminum. Okay, my point's been made about the phone holders. Now, on the very affordable side of things, if you're looking for kind of a smartphone video rig at just $16, 20% off. A little 5% promo code going on too as well. That's cool. So always be spying those on Amazon. Any kind of extra deals or promo codes, click redeem. Make sure that gets added to cart if you're checking it out. But yeah, if you're looking into some smartphone film making, and this is a plastic rig, it's very stable and sturdy. We've covered it at length on Think Media. Throw some lights, microphones, whatever you want to do. There's much higher end versions, but it does the trick, and check it out. That's the Ulanzi URig Pro smartphone video rig. We talked about this earlier. This is the Selfie mirror kit for smartphones, and this is a little bit different of the phone holder. It's the one I was just showing on camera, but you could see the use case here. You can mount things on it, but then you can use the fancier, nicer camera on your smartphone, accessorize things a little bit, and still figure out your shot composition. I gotta say, Ulanzi is a pretty dope brand. Like they're definitely killing it. This is 5% off too. Cyber Monday deal, 20% off. Redeem an additional 5% off. They're making some cool accessories that content creators need to know about. Now, everyone in your life, including your mom, and that's true, a true story, wants a better charger with power delivery. So this isn't my favorite one, but I think this is worth checking out. 20% off. Anchor 100-watt USB-C charger. You can charge your MacBook with this or your fancier, newer phones. Here's my favorite. Nope. Where is it? I gotta find it. It's worth it. Oh, where did I put it? Maybe it's down at the bottom of my list. This is not a cool. I hope that doesn't make you dizzy. I'm gonna look it up manually because my new favorite brand, AOHI. I don't know how to say it. Yes, is let's see this one. 140 watts. It's not $67. This one is, but let's go. The AOHI. I mean, the yellow got me. Do you want me to prove to you that I bought this the other day and that I'm in love with it? I actually would love to work with these guys. There it is. Coming in right at our $50 target for this video. The Youth, 140 watt. You've got two USBs. You've got USB-Cs. You've got the older USB. You've got power delivery 3.1. You're 50% off right now. And you've got a hip yellow that not everybody likes, but I think is pretty fire. My man, the Youth. So this a cool gift idea and great. The thing, back to my mom, actually, it's the other day. My mom, she's over helping with the kids, and she goes, I plugged my phone in, and it charged so fast. So she has like I think like a Samsung or something. She was like, Sean, you know, and instantly I understood. I was like, my mom, I need to get this for my mom. Thank you for clarifying on this stream the holiday gift that she needs, because I was like, she's at just because you have a USB-C charger that plugs into the wall does not mean you got 140 watts. It does not mean you've got power delivery. Not all chargers are built the same. And so downstairs, I bought a couple things from this brand. Downstairs, I've got a nice cable too. The cable quality meets the charger quality and how much power you can deliver. And then, of course, if the device can take that power, which the newer smartphones, if you want to charge a MacBook, she was shocked. She was like, you know, normally it takes 13 hours to charge my phone. It's 13 minutes at your house. I mean, it's a big difference. And I was like, yeah, not a lot of people are fully caught up on the fact of, you know, where the difference in charging opportunities out there. And so this is pretty cool brand. Again, I just did my own research, purchased this. I've been loving the Youth, and it's coming in at $49.99. I'll make sure that gets updated in the description, or you can just go search it out. Now, we're still under smartphone accessories. We're talking about Cyber Monday deals under $50. This is no app required auto face tracking. This is a must pick up for a lot of content creators. Like, again, what's the use case where you can go vertical or horizontal? And I know that 36 people watching this right now are ballerinas. So that's important. If you're a ballerina, you're going to need this. I actually highly doubt that, like, if you were this aggressively dancing, that, oh yes, it perfectly tracks your face. This, I could see this. The movement here is at a little bit of a lower level than this. But again, what's the point? You know, throw it on a tripod, throw it on a table, not unlike a DJI Pocket 3, which is, you know, a very expensive vlog camera that I highly recommend. But just if you want to do a little bit of tracking, right? So you're a solo creator, you might get posted on influencers in the wild. That's the risk you take in this profession, right? Is you might get posted, but to be out there, if you want to make your shots more dynamic, but you film by yourself, it's actually one reason why I've been loving the DJI, you know, Pocket 3, which is, I think, my favorite camera of 2024, whatever year it is right now, right? Just an all-time beast, right? And so this particular camera does face tracking, which is not helpful for our under 50 video, right? But ultimately, I've been putting it on my Ulanzi stands, went to the park, and it's like I got a personal videographer, and I don't have to hire a personal videographer for whatever that would cost, you know, to go. It's an interesting thing too, if you are pricing things out. I know a lot of us aren't in a place where, you know, money's tight. You're not thinking about hiring a personal videographer, but I will tell you this, I've been doing video for 21 years. That's crazy. And, you know, a lot of videographers' day rates for sure are going to be 150, 200, 300. And of course they can do like more dynamic things than just a little bit of tracking. But what I'm realizing is I can go create like panning shots for some new videos I was shooting by myself. So anyways, the big use case here is for 25 bucks. If you also just want to create cooler videos, and just think about how creative you could get with this. It's pretty simple. Some of the reviews say, you know, it could be improved, but you know, 3,868 reviews. People love it. Cyber Monday deal, 34% off. Just something to check out that definitely ties into content creators. And then another essential, it's time to get your office in order. It's time to get your charging station in order. Can we talk about your cable management? Can I look under your desk right now? Would you want me to see that? You don't want to show me that. I have found that whether I'm charging Rode mics and laptops and other microphones and cameras and accessories and drones, depends on, you know, what you're really doing when it comes to content creation, and phones, we could all use a little help from our charging stations. You know what I mean? And so anyways, 40% off Cyber Monday deal on this Anchor charging station. And I mean, it is what it is, but the fact you could hit that USB-C up, and behind me in this, underneath that play button there with now the door not closed, there's a little hole in the back of this IKEA white shelf. And inside of there, I got a charging station. And then it also helps me hide all the wires inside of that little open drawer right there. So just something to think about and something to shop for would be charging stations, getting power accessible. I really geek out on this stuff. Up here is a weird corner of the room, and there's too many plugs. I make a computer and all the stuff that I run here for live streaming, right? Is a lot of things. So I'm also using sometimes, like, I look for 12-foot extension cable to a power strip that has USB-C. And I'll admit it, I'm bougie. I'll admit if it doesn't have power delivery, I send it back. I will admit that. If I go to your house, I'll admit, if you invite me over and your Wi-Fi is slow and there's nowhere to charge my phone, and if I'm charging my phone, it's on some outdated cable and some outdated USB-C, and I'm like, my phone is actually draining power faster than it's being charged. That is a real thing that happens. Have you been on some people that are like, oh, you want to plug your phone in? You're like, this isn't even, it's actually still, it's stopped the bleed. It's slowed down the bleed, but I'm not even net positive because I'm still trying to do things. This is real. And so what are we talking about? Like convenience. If I don't have like a power strip that I don't have to like bend under and climb under a deal and like plug in my phone to some, I like to get my surfaces at different points of contact in my creation studio set up in such a way that I can charge. And it is frustrating, but as things advance, oh shoot, it's not USB-C. Oh, it's the other one. Oh, I got the wrong cable. Oh, it's old USB to new USB. It's not power delivery. Am I stressing you out? Because that's my attempt in this video. Okay, let's go into the next category. If you are excited for Cyber Monday, smash like, and let's talk about a couple more things as we land the plane today. If you haven't heard, we are doing a sale at Think Media and thinkmediasale.com. This is our YouTube growth bundle. Brand new and updated. Includes our YouTube starter kit. If you're thinking about starting or growing a YouTube channel in 2025, that covers a bunch of templates, thumbnail templates, really cool. Title templates. Our YouTube niche finder. If you're like, what would I even start my channel about? our video editing basics course. It also includes our 5-hour YouTube work week framework, where it breaks down kind of a checklist of how you could do YouTube in 5 hours or less a week, and a ticket to our best year ever on YouTube event happening in January, an online event. There's a bunch of other cool stuff. So that's on sale. If you're thinking about starting or growing a YouTube channel, it's worth checking out, and a lot of cool resources that we have coming at you from Think Media. Okay, as we land the plane, let's just kick out a few other deals here. We hit some smartphone accessories. Cool stuff still to come. This guy, Logitech Brio 301, a little bit just more expensive than that other one, another option for webcam. But the eMeet 960 4K webcam, it's one of the best sellers on Amazon. We're 24% off, plus a 10% off coupon, plus redeem 5% if you buy 2 items from the brand. But here's what you got. You got 4K with a Sony sensor. You've got light correction and some other things happening. Coming in at $45.59 for a 4K webcam. Read the reviews, 30,000. So just budget. I mean, this video is about under 50, but if you want to get a little bit crispier on your webcam, what's cool is that this price point, instead of spending 23 on the webcam, if you spent 45 on the webcam, you could see a big difference and then step into 4K. Now, there's also a few deals on video lights and lighting for your videos. We've got the, if you're looking for budget under 50 to get 2 LED panels and the stands and the entire kit, this nice VidiEye Studio Light kit, 17% off, 2-pack available for you. We talked about this earlier. If we're recommending, now keep in mind, this MOUNTDOG at $40, $39.99, 33% off is only one softbox, which is sufficient. And there's a full tutorial we have on doing that. You also can buy the 2-pack at $63.99. Not a bad deal. That's 29% off if you want to go for 2. You could see these are investments that we make at Think Media when we purchase products and review them. Sometimes and often we get free products, but we do invest a lot of our own money because we're trying to keep it, you know, for what it's worth here on YouTube. Sometimes the whole tech review thing, this is the greatest product. The brand told me to pay. Okay. And so we try, you know, bottom line, we want to be transparent and as authentic as we can be. So it's like, yo, we bought this with our own money, or yeah, the brand sent it to us. That's worth checking out. And then my favorite light, which is just a 5% off coupon right now of the year, is the Ulanzi handheld light wand. It's I got a little RGB flow going right there. That's where it's kind of hitting the room a little bit. And then I got another one right here. And today we will have lightsaber ward. For $30, nothing is going to bring you more delight for $30. And that does, and not only will it help your videos, it will help your playtime with your 25-year-old friends. As well as your children, probably, if you have children. So anyways, definitely check that out. Next category, we got shotgun microphones here coming at you. Couple to check out, the TAC Star SGC 600. We've covered this for years, 20% off if you're looking for a microphone to plug into your DSLR mirrorless camera. The Movo mic, this isn't the right one. This one is not on sale, but Movo has got some great Cyber Monday deals to check out as well. So peep those. USB microphones out here. And boom arms. I got some cool things here to share with you. Here we go. This guy, the FIFINE USB dynamic microphone, Cyber Monday deal, 15% off. I think the better buy was the one I shared earlier, though, that has the boom arm included, just because that still comes in under 50. If you can look up boom arms themselves, and this FIFINE, what I have, I'm actually using, it's a little bit fancier. It's an Elgato. My mic comes under my monitor. So there's a couple different ways you could have. Well, sometimes the microphones these days, right, they pop over and they drop down. Like, where do you want your mic to be? Like right here? You ever seen that's kind of a different vibe? It sort of drops down. Then you've got kind of maybe from the side, and it's sort of a mid. And then you also have the under monitor ones, so different ones to consider. And so this one is not on sale, but just something to consider. It's the #1 bestseller in microphone stands. And you could catch the vibe of different ways it could be set up, in the sense of either, yes, pointing up or dropping down. Low profile boom arm stand. Yeah, and there's the one we talked about earlier. So $47.59, 34% off. Get the mic, stand included, get your podcast started. This is your year. Get your live streams going. Let's do it. Okay. If we're looking for under $50 wireless microphones, super solid Ulanzi wireless lavalier, 20% off. This one works for Lightning port. Stellar reviews. We have tested this one. We purchased this back in 2022. There is a USB-C version, so if make sure you know what cable connection you have or device plug you have on your phone, and then you're off to the races if you want a much more affordable wireless microphone. Of course, there's the new DJI one and the Rode ones, but those are much more expensive. Now, there's a couple other ideas. If you're going under 50, you might want to check out some just cool accessories and things that will help all of us as content creators. Something like this, you've got, if you kind of want to be able to just mount a webcam, get it maybe off the top of your monitor. That's a good use case. You're like, I get a webcam, I put it on the top of my laptop. I want to get it up so that it could be more eye level, have a little bit more flexibility. You're not going to want to put a heavy camera on there. I do not believe this woman is using this iPad. Clearly, it's like all photoshopped. That iPad, I think, is a little too heavy for this, but a smaller webcam to get it really into a dialed in position with this KDD webcam stand, different stuff you could do for your desk. Love this Ulanzi super clamp. Again, kind of the same idea, much more sturdy. Clip this onto a tripod that you have, or some other, area, something in public, a railing, and then get the shot, get the angle. So you can check that out. We talked about this, the SmallRig camera desk mount table stand, just goes straight up. SmallRig, a little bit more of a premium brand. SmallRig and Ulanzi both kind of bring that nice brush metal quality stuff, always delivering value. Headphone hooks too, just as a search. I'm not really picking any ones out. There's different ones I've had. I've purchased this one before, this exact one. And then my kids came in. Yeah, I purchased it and like tore it off the desk and shattered it to pieces. So I can't say that it's invincible, which makes sense for 45% off. But this is the season to dial in your accessories, your organization, your desk setup. Okay. And then we have our tripod category, looking at a couple different tripods under 50 Cyber Monday deals. Subscribe for more tech tutorials and tips. UBeesize 12-inch ring light, 62-inch. Just another one for the TikToker friend that wants to be on a treadmill while filming. And look how convenient. I just get on my treadmill and I shoot my morning rise and grind. I'm a goal getter. What's up, TikTok? What's up, YouTube Shorts, live stream vertical? Are you up getting your goals? Are you rising and grinding? Oh, I started recording with this remote shutter. How powerful is that? I just did an ice plunge. I just drank my green juice. I just meditated for 6 hours, read for 24 hours, ice plunged for 60 hours, and now I'm done with my morning routine. All right, so that's something to check out. K&F, one of our favorites, 64 inches. Just figure out how many centimeters tall or inches tall you are and how you want to use it. Just a great build, super solid. We've talked about it for years. 29% off for Cyber Monday. If you're looking for a solid tripod, then check it out. And that is worth your time and investment. Ooh, this shouldn't have made the list. If you want to spend a little bit more, just because it's over 50, but it is 20% off plus 10 extra. But wait a minute. If we go 10 extra% off, this tripod's under 50. I changed my mind. I'm going to get it right in the description. Get the SmallRig CT10 camera tripod because 10% off $55.92 is $5.50, which makes it like 50. Is that like $49 total? Yeah, come on. So this is a great one. 71 inches too. Just you have extra height in case it's not just you filming, but that day you collaborate with a taller person on that YouTube video. And they're like, why is your tripod so short? You know, these are conversations that happen between content creators a lot. So we love this one. And the CT10 SmallRig camera tripod, 71 inches. What else have we got going here? Okay, we've got, lastly, cables and accessories. You made it to the most important part of the video. You might get in a situation where your hoodlum children are stealing your things 24/7. Welcome to my life. And so there's all these connectors, plus you lose one, you leave it at the place, you leave it at your friend's house. You just need to know that there's TRRS and there's TRS plugs. This is a smartphone plug with the 3 rings, tip, ring, slout. What does it stand for? Tip, ring. What does TRRS stand for? It stands for train ready to start. It's not true. Oh, okay. I mean, it's probably okay. What does TRRS stand for? Mic cable. Train ready to start. Tip ring sleeve or tip ring sleeve. So the way that this stuff works is just if you don't have the right, like if you're plugging into a laptop or you're plugging into a phone, you need TRRS. If you're plugging into a DSLR or mirrorless camera, you need TRS. And if you have, if you're trying to convert between the two, then you need 2 cables that are the same or that are different. Now, when you buy these different wireless mics and all this stuff, they come with everything. But here's my point is you might not have what you need, or you might lose it because those little thieves that live at your house will come in and take things and hide it and put it wherever. And so I'm always rebuying cables and dongles and ND filters. And this is a true story. I have a Canon R6, I believe. That's a nice camera. It's also on sale for Cyber Monday. Let me just paint the picture here for you, because this maybe it's not on sale, but let's just paint. It's a $1,655 camera body. Okay, mirrorless camera, and this is the renewed version. Doesn't matter. So it's close to $2,000, and I bought it when it came out. So it's a very expensive R6 Mark II. This would be the one. So we are talking a Canon R6 Mark II, $1,919. Now, I'll admit it was my fault. I'm filming, I'm doing some stuff, and my son Sean Jr. is like maybe 1.5, 2 at the time. And I got done. I'm in my office, and I put the camera body down, and I took the lenses off, and the lens was on my desk. And actually, I will admit, I put the cover on. I covered the sensor up because these sensors are not, they're very exposed if you take the lens off. And the sensor is the most fragile, important, expensive part of the camera. Sure enough, I'm just working, I'm focusing, and my son comes into my office, picks up the R6, walks it into the other room, screws off the cover, takes his little Cheeto finger and starts touching the sensor. This is a true story. Starts touching the sensor. It is another true story that same child, I can't wait till he's old enough to talk about this. This is an iPhone 14. He took my iPhone 13 Pro Max, like 1 terabyte, which was like an $1,800 phone. And I was at the park with my mom, and the phone was just sitting in our stroller. This is true. We're talking. He's playing around this storm grate. You see where this is going. And all of a sudden I hear it, and I look down, and the phone's gone, and I hear this click, bing, bing, bong. And he took my phone and he dropped it into a like 30-foot deep storm drain, huge grate, gone forever. It was actually, there was like a man, I climbed in there and I was like digging through sludge. I didn't even have my iCloud set up right. This is true. It's actually funny. I've never put the two stories together. I wonder if God sent him into my life to just destroy it and to humble me, because all of my everything is being destroyed. So true story. He's hitting sensors. He's throwing phones away. I'm joking. Okay. Children are a blessing, but they are expensive. And that's why we want to figure out how to make profitable YouTube channels so you can pay for their sabotage. What are we talking about? We're just talking about cables. So yeah, if you need cables, other things, like get your cable life right, your USB-C, your power delivery. But this is one of my favorite cables to have a backup for. That's everything too. I mean, a tip I have learned, and I believe this is a Navy phrase: if you have one, you have none. If you have two, you have one. And the idea is, because if you've done videography, cinematography, freelance video, you have to deliver for clients. Like, that's why a lot of wedding videographers have multiple bodies. If your camera just craps out at a wedding, you're not going to like order one. Amazon's not that fast. So they have backup bodies and so on and so forth. And I think that maybe somebody knows, and if you've served in the military, thank you for your service. Massive love and respect. Freedom is not free. But I think in the Navy, it's like you got an extra if you only have one transmission on the boat and it goes out, you're stuck. So if you got a backup engine, a backup transmission, then you're able to swap it out, keep going, right? So the phrase, we say it at Think Media all the time: if you have one, you have none. Because as soon as the thing breaks, or your kid steals it, or their Cheeto fingers mess up your sensor, if you have two, you have one. So it's nice having backups. I have never regretted being over prepared. So another one of these, like how long can Sean talk about cables? Like dongles, Movo has their own niche dongle. If you got a lightning port, you want to be able to get that mic input going, and you want a little more strength, a little more robust than the little Apple one. Point is, Cyber Monday deal, yes, 45% off. Check it out. But also just like another good category to be thinking about. Here's another one. I got two more for you. Excuse me. Get your cables right. It's cable cleanup season. We're going into 2025 clean, dialed, locked in. And so this one, 25,000 reviews. I actually stock up on these. Now, this is for travel, but this just might be, who doesn't need this? Am I right? Don't you agree? You're like, yeah, I could organize some of my cable, some of my chargers, some of my power banks. And then of course there's ones of all different sizes. This one's 40% off, only $785 for the FYY travel cable organizer pouch. So check that out. And then I want to say, finally here, this is a little surprise. Here's a little left hook. Is one of my favorite things is this Tick Time Pomodoro timer. So the Pomodoro technique is working in spurts of time. So maybe you want to go 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 15, 25. You can also like set it manually. This can just be setting on your desk. And then if you set it down, you go boom, 15. Then what happens is all you got to do is set it down. Then did it disappear? Can I see it here? I wish I could show you this. I think my children was playing with this and ran the battery out. No, here we go. Okay, so powered up. So you go 15 and then it'll flash at you like that. If you just drop it on 15 and then boom, watch this. It'll do a 15-minute countdown for you. Now I know it's because I keep lifting it up. So you just set it down on the time. What's the point? The Pomodoro technique is a really studied thing. If you want to be more productive, you want to really lock in and think about, okay, I'm gonna outline that next video and I'm gonna stay focused. I want to, edit for a good solid 30 minutes and then I'm going to take a break. I think the Pomodoro technique is like work for 25, take a 5 break. And so you stay recovered. You can look it up. It's worth researching. But the cool thing about the timer, again, is you're like, I just want to lock and load. I want to stay super focused. And so you go, boom, drop 30. All right, 30-minute work block. Here we go. And so kind of cool. And then, yeah, check it out. So there's the 30-minute countdown timer that just started as I dropped the 30. And then the beep is a little bit annoying. So if you like don't want to, but that's also the point. It's like, all right, stop. Okay, let me get up from my desk. I don't want to be sedentary all day. Take a quick break and then get back to it. So if you want to research the Pomodoro technique, that's something you could do. But Cyber Monday deal, 18% off. Cool little device that I like to use myself. And you can see how it works right there. So pretty cool. Or maybe some for the kind of productivity entrepreneur nerd in your life, for somebody that's trying to, you know, that's into this kind of stuff, might also be a cool holiday gift idea that's kind of unique out there. Well, listen, I want to thank you for watching this stream, and I hope you hit the like button if you want to help the YouTube algorithm, and if you're grateful. We're going to be doing some Q&A and more Cyber Monday stuff in a couple of days. And so I want to send you massive love and respect. So subscribe for also more YouTube Q&A, tech Q&A. We have Nate and Craig coming back soon. And also, if you haven't gone to Think Tech Week, I highly recommend it, because you could check past streams, Q&A, like FAQs. You might have some tech Q&As and whatnot. I've done a lot of work. The team's done a lot of work to answer your questions on this page at thinktechweek.com. Let me know what you're shopping for. What are you investing in? And at thinktechweek.com, you can enter to win a whole YouTube studio kit that is happening over there. Shout out to Gene, and thank you for your service, Gene. As a former U.S. Navy sailor, I can confirm this. If you got one, you got none. If you got two, you got one. Maybe it's the season of having your backups. We didn't even talk about storage. It's nice to have your stuff backed up. You only need make sure your iCloud is set up, or however Android does that. Watch your tech around your kids, because next thing you know, they're going to throw your phone down a drain. And then, you know, the moment my phone was gone, I was like, yeah, I probably should have backed everything up on there. Too late now. If you got one, you got none. If you got two, you got one. So anyways, sending love and respect. My name is Sean Cannell, your guide to building a profitable YouTube channel. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. This is Think Media, and I can't wait to connect with you in a future video. Peace.